It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 69 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tackled at
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
65.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here. This first quarter, they're down to 1 remaining. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. That's taken on the 25. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And the Cardinals going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The kick is good.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Christian Kirk on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's now.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31.
This is Mostert. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Murray flushed out right. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Shotgun now from Murray. Buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
Now Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Mostert. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try it now with Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal and defensive. can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Mostert. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Now goal for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Niners 21, Cardinals 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they...
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Murray's pass.
Andy Isabella, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Murray.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
To throw is Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. From the gun, Murray. They still can't get him. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, 43 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 69 yards on the ground. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have moved down in front. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Niners 35, Cardinals 28.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught at the 20. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right, and that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35.
The game, 35-35.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pettis now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he powers his way up past the 30. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. On second down, Mostert.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. From the 29, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Christian Kirk on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Kwan Williams. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
That it?
10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 95 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cardinals 35. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Forced out to his left. Incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo now. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cardinals 35.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And no, it's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
The play is a turnover on downs.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the deep...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah, a couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you, he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to improvise. And this will be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Murray.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
49-yard gain on the
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get